Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a new live stream. Hope you're all doing well and having a good week so far. Um, just let me get in the chat. Hello, CVO. Hi, Lisa. That's stupid how the TV rating changed. Okay. Hello, Tristan. Waiting. I'm 2 minutes late. Relax. You're supposed to show up on time. Bro, I hate when Flash is on Wednesdays. I want to watch the stream. Do you have a DVR, CVO? Because you can literally just hit record and it records it for you. Then you can watch it later. Actually, I can watch the episode on my PC while being on stream or on laptop. You could screen record on your laptop too, then watch it later. Just saying. So you just record it. How are y'all doing? Why did the TV rating change? I have no clue. Maybe because season 5 is going to be more violent. I don't know. According to John Hurwitz, it's news to him. So, I mean, Watch Party asked about it, and John Hurwitz says that's news to me. Maybe it's a glitch on Netflix. Maybe it's an official thing. I really don't know. But, it is what it is. What do you think the new Cobra Kai video game view out? I don't really have anything to go off of because they haven't revealed anything, but I'm hoping it's an Injustice style game where like you have all the legacy characters, all the Cobra Kai teens, and it's got like a bunch of skins. Like for example, I'm just gonna use Tori as an example. Like you play as Tori, right? But you can pick her school fight outfit, her skeleton hoodie, or her black Cobra Kai gi, white Cobra Kai training gi, etc. Like Terry Silver, you can choose between Karate Kid 3 Terry Silver and Cobra Kai Season 4 Terry Silver. I think they should go with that. I'd also like to see like an RPG open world kind of a game. I think that would be pretty cool too. I think they'll make a Lego game at some point. I mean, they just released the Skywalker Saga, so I wouldn't be surprised if Lego decided to release a Cobra Kai game. Where like you play through the seasons, but um, but it's like Legoized, I guess, is what you can call it. But I think it'd be pretty cool. Hello, Fancast. I want a fighting game, but I have a feeling it's going to be a straight sequel. I really hope not. I really hope not. Not that the game's bad, but I just want something different, something fresh. I don't think it needs a sequel. Godspeed, power of voice, velocity will soon be mine. Cringy, blah 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 blah. There's a trend where like Flash villains just are they suck now. They really do suck. Um, yeah, see that we can all agree on. Zoom was probably the most terrifying villain in the entire series. And those were the good old days when the show used to be good. It used to be interesting. It's not anymore, but like I gotta say, like I know Savitar is my favorite villain, but I gotta say Zoom's probably the best villain out of all of them. He's even better than Reverse Flash. Yeah, dude, I actually like that scene. The way he dragged Barry around the city like a rag doll. That was dark as hell. I don't want a sequel to a game that's not really that great to begin with. I mean, it wasn't great. It wasn't phenomenal, but it was fun to play. Like I'll go back and play my favorite levels. But like when I was first playing the game, it would get like tedious, and I would get pissed off and whatnot. Um, I mean, I didn't rage like Jacob does. Because like Jake, it got to the point where Jacob just stopped playing the game, and I don't blame him, to be honest. Um, but I do enjoy playing it every now and then. I just wish they did something else with it. Like I've beaten the game like at least 50 times. Reverse Flash is my favorite, but Zoom was the most scary. Yeah, exactly. You can't lock up the darkness. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, they did his voice, right? Whoever voiced him, good job. So, what game did Jacob stop playing? He stopped playing the Cobra Kai game, the video game that got released almost 2 years ago. Maybe Stink Ray's role in the possible Cobra Kai video game can be him as a dojo punching bag. Huh, that'd be really funny. I saw the clips of Jacob raging at Purple Hawks. Yeah, that was funny. Or he could work at Walmart again. I don't think he worked at Walmart. He's working at a hardware store, so I assume that's Home Depot. Hopefully, we get a teaser at the Cobra Kai Live and Badass thing May 5th. I wouldn't get my hopes up. I mean, I don't even understand what that is, to be honest. But it is what it is. It was Tony Todd who voiced him, I believe. Oh, what's up, CBK? King showing his love for Stingray as usual. CBO, the Candyman actor. I don't even know who this is. At least Roundtable said the name right. Yep. Never played the Cobra Kai game. How good was it? It was solid for what it does. I mean, if you go and play it, like it's fun at first. Like it's fun to play at first, but like as you play it, some of the levels are tedious as hell. And like what I like about it is you upgrade your characters you upgrade your fighters like as you go. And the thing that I don't really like about it now is that it's outdated because that came out before season 3, so it's not accurate. Like when you pick Cobra Kai, uh, you have Johnny, Miguel, Tori, Hawk, which 3 of those characters are not associated with Cobra Kai anymore. Even Tori's on the way out because she has no allegiance to Terry Solar. So the only one that's and with Miyagi Do, Robbie's in there. Robbie's not even Miyagi Do. Well, deep down is Miyagi Do, but he's not sided with him yet. But I think he'll come back eventually. He just needs to bond with his dad first. Um, oh wait, you said it right. It's Stingray. Favorite character. Said the name wrong. I have my hopes up because the event is an official Netflix thing and it's also on a Thursday, which is the day they usually release TV and show. You know, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. I didn't even know May 5th was a Thursday. Um, but I'm hoping they don't do what they did with Geeked Week because that was awful. Because everyone was expecting something new, and it was just the Terry Silver teaser that was released 2 weeks earlier. So I really hope they don't do anything like that again. Teddy Sears did an amazing job as Hunter's Elements. The game is hard to play. Oh, you played it, Lisa? I didn't know you played it. They should have done a DLC where they can add illegal thing. DLC is so frustrating though because you have to pay extra to add it to the game. When I wish it was just like free. I'm like, just hit download and there you go. Um, I don't know. Heard Payne and Tanner said they would like if their characters became a karate power couple. Could be interesting. Yeah, I read that in an article earlier today. Um, I'm sure if you guys just Google it, it'll pop right up. But I saw it in someone's story. So it seemed pretty interesting. Geeked Week and was bad. Hello, yeah, it was awful, absolutely terrible. Um, Bonsai, Melissa, how are you? What kind of fun? I, we only got Terry Silver teaser and the actors just playing Street Fighter. Yeah, yeah. Jacob Sholo and Johnny were playing Street Fighter, which I'm surprised they didn't play the Cobra Kai game. I mean, that would have been more fitting. But the one person who pisses me off in the Cobra Kai game is those. Yeah, I mean, all you really have to do is anticipate. Like once they put their leg up, you gotta hit B or circle whatever console you're playing. I don't know if you play Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. I don't know what console you're playing, but you gotta parry it. And like if it's successful, it actually you actually regain health, which is pretty good. CKW, it's called Money, Money, Money. Okay. No, I see when people play. Oh, okay. I don't temper what the article was called. You remember? Oh, the game absolutely looks completely badass. Yeah, it is. I'll look it up. Must be rather new. They've made us wait the whole week. They could have just saved Silver Teaser for Geek. Yeah, they dropped it. I mean, I was excited when they dropped it. Um, but I'm like, maybe you should have saved that for Geek Week because they saved the teaser trailer for the Tatum event, and then they released it on their YouTube channel right after that segment was done. I don't have high hopes for the next video game. Kind of want a free roaming game too, where you can like just play as any character you want and explore any location in the valley you want, and like maybe they add in like an Okinawa. They add Okinawa in, and like you can explore that map. Like that'd be cool. Tunam was boring, but at least we got the teaser near the end. Yeah. A Cobra Kai open world game with what if possibilities could be. Yeah. Maybe Miguel could somehow interact with Daniel in an open world and build a possible relationship with him. Just idea. Mm. Netflix sit down, Netflix Geek Week. Anyone get? Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody agrees. I want a story mode in the new Cobra Kai game, just like Injustice. Yeah, I see exactly. DC fandom 2021 sucked. Yeah, the Batman saved that entire event. Like no one, like everything else, no one cared about. What spin-off shows we like to see? Okay. Um. Okay. Obviously, Sam and Tori spinoff. Um. A lot of fun. You want people? I don't care. Um. Some sort of Robbie spinoff, and a third one. Not really sure what a third one like. Maybe like a young Miyagi spinoff. Maybe I don't know. Um. When do you think pre-production of season? You mean post-production season 5? In between April 30th to May 3rd, most likely. Nobody cared about anything besides Batman. Yeah. What? What? Wolverine is to the X-Men and Optimus Prime to the Transformers is Batman to the DCEU right now. Yeah, I agree. I think that they could have done a better job with our anticipation of Silver and hype us up more. Yeah, exactly, Melissa. Stankray will eventually end up in prison and will not have anyone attacking him because he's so stinky that they can't be in the same room as him without passing out. I want Binary Brothers show, Miguel and Robbie spinoff, Chosen spinoff. Ooh. How would Sam and Tori spinoff work? Well, here's my pitch, all right? Like, Sam has her own dojo, and, you know, she's trying to teach, but She's maybe she's struggling, maybe she's not. No, we'll just go with this. She's struggling, and she convinces Tori to help her train her new students, and maybe like they bicker like Johnny and Daniel a little bit, but you know they eventually get along, and like there's a threat that they have to take down. Maybe that's my pitch for it. Um, do you see the Batman movie? No, I have not yet. Heard it's good though. Those are great ideas for spinoffs. I would love those. Like Spider Man right now is tomorrow. Exactly. I mean, to be fair though, like Marvel does have a lot of good characters. I mean, you got Spider Man, Deadpool, Daredevil. As long as Punisher too, Wolverine. Like you got a bunch of like good characters, but like I see what you're saying for like the MCU. It used to be Avengers carrying the MCU. Now it's Spider Man. Leave that big kid alone. Dimitri and Hawk having shenanigans in college could be funny as a yeah. Marvel has a lot of characters, but Spider Man is the golden boy right now, like the good old days. Yeah, exactly. Like, see, like back in the day, like way back in the day, probably before any of us were born. Well, most of us anyway. No one, I don't think anyone cared about the Avengers. Like, if you'd say, "Hey, have you read the Avengers issue?" They'll be like, "The what?" But like, if you mention something like, "Oh, did you read the new Spider-Man issue?" or X-Men, Fantastic Four, Hulk, like, have you read one of those? I'm like, they'd probably be like, "Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was really good." Um, but like now, the tables have turned, and like back then, the Justice League was more popular than the Avengers. Like people knew who the Justice League was back in the day, but they probably didn't know Avengers. Like you probably would have to be like a diehard Marvel fan to know what the Avengers was back then, because it wasn't very popular as it is now. Um, Spider-Man is essentially the most main character at this point. I love the Avengers, but Spider-Man is Golden Boy. Yeah, exactly. I feel like they need to like fix Hulk too, because I didn't like what they did with them in Endgame and Ragnarok. Like I feel like they need to fix Hulk. I would like to see a Marvel Disney Plus series of Captain America returning the stones. Okay. Hulk was another golden boy of Marvel. Yeah. Maybe since the multiverse is now a possibility, the villains can go after Stinkray. Okay, I don't. You probably know who Venom is. You could have Venom come in and eat Stinkray, so then that solves your problem. I mean, Venom ate Carnage, so I'm sure he wouldn't have a problem eating Stingray or Stinkray. My bad. They gotta fix Hulk, especially after exactly. Ooh, here we go. Tori's mom passes. Daniel and Amanda offer Tori to stay with them, and when Sam comes home, she sees Tori lying on her bed reading Sam's diary. And Tori looks up and says, "Hi, Rumi." And Sam's bed, yo, that's really funny, but I actually believe it's gonna happen though. Like that's really funny, Melissa. You just made me laugh, but gave me a good theory though, so I really like it. So you gotta comment that on Bonsai Kai's thing. That's funny as hell. Oh my gosh, damn. Venom 3 was Stank Ray as the villain. Yeah, they did Carnage dirty, and they picked the perfect actor to play him. And they just wasted him. King, that would be a quick movie. Yeah, really quick. Did you watch Morbius? Is really bad. No, and I have no intentions of watching Morbius. I wasn't interested in watching it in the first place. I didn't even know he was a Spider-Man villain until um, Tristan told me. And frankly, I'm quite shocked that Carnage and Morbius were portrayed more accurately in a cartoon from the 90s than movies in the cinema. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, is Sony that incompetent? They have no clue what the frick they're doing. It's a joke. Sony is an absolute joke. Their writers are a bunch of clowns running around in a circus. It's absolutely ridiculous. That doesn't sound like something Tori would say. LOL. Sam and Tori living in the same house would be freaking funny. Imagine if they share an apartment. Dude, that'd just be freaking hilarious. I'm curious since I heard it's trash. Yeah, I heard it's really bad. Even the post credit scene is bad. Like if the post credit scene's bad, then you know it's a really bad movie. Venom 3 with Stinkray as the villain would actually be a long movie because Venom needs to get around all Stinkray is created. Morbius is really bad, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Sony just doesn't make the best Marvel movies. Yeah, exactly. It's probably because they don't have good writers. Maybe that's why. Why is Morbius bad? You tell me. Sony should stop trying to make a universe of Spider-Man villains. It's dumb. Yeah, like they should just give the full rights to MCU, Disney, whatever, whoever owns it. Because I feel like the MCU can handle Spider-Man villains better. Like I don't understand why they're trying to make their own Spider-Verse for some reason, but they're doing it with Spider-Man villains, and it's not working. Like I didn't have a problem with the first Venom movie. I loved the first Venom movie. I saw it in the theater and I thought it was great. I thought a lot of people were crapping on it for no reason. Um, if you look at that movie, you check Rotten Tomatoes. The Rotten Tomatoes score is really bad for that movie, but the audience score is freaking amazing. I don't want the villains to become anti. Yeah, yeah, because they're trying to portray Venom as like a good guy when he's supposed to be a villain. It's really confusing. Sam and Tori live in the same house. It's so funny, but it also gives them time to bond. Yep. Stanker as the mucus next villain along makes Thanos look like an afterthought. He can literally eat a whole planet. The character cannot, the actor. They doing a Spider Verse with no Spider Man in it. Yeah, it makes no freaking sense. I'm like, you signed a deal that allows them. They signed a deal that allows them to use Tom Holland's Spider Man in their universe, and MCU is allowed to use Venom in their universe, Tom Hardy's Venom in their universe. Like they signed a deal, so why are you doing nothing with it? I heard Spider-Man is eventually leaving the MCU and just being a part of Sony's Spider-Verse. Those are just rumors. Those rumors have come up before. A few years back, they gave us a big scare of is Spider-Man leaving the MCU forever? But they were just trying to renegotiate a deal, and I don't understand why Sony still owns Spider-Man. I don't get it. What does Rotten Tomatoes mean on movies? It's a score, so it's basically like a grade, basically. I was fine with Venom movies because I thought he would meet Spider-Man eventually, but after knowing how the post-credit scene, that doesn't seem like it's going to happen. It's going to happen. MCU, not Muke. Oh. I heard that all three live-action Spider-Man will be into the Spider-Verse too. If Sam and Tori don't kill each other first, absolutely, LOL. Sony bought the rights to Spider-Man from Stan Lee. I think Stan Lee was broke. He needed money for what I've heard. Oh, that's how? Damn. Um, no, that's what I wrote. What do you think? Oh, I'm sorry. Who do you think would win in a fight? Terry Silver, 1984, 2019. Black Widow without any gadgets. Oh my gosh. Hmm. I don't know. We would have had Toby or Andrew as MCU Spider Man if they made a deal with Marvel back in the day. Yeah, probably. My cat's meowing at me. Sorry. She she's not very loud. She's actually quite quiet. Like she makes like little noises. Yep, see there she goes again. What? Hi. Want to say hi? Say hi. Her name is Chloe, Tristan. Oh, come on. Relax. All right. Hold on. See your paws? So we call her Chloe socks because her paws are like little socks. It's kind of funny actually. um Stinkray versus Thanos without one arm. I mean, even without one arm, I think Thanos would beat the crap out of Stinkray because he could just snap his fingers depending on where his gauntlet is. I think in season 5, Johnny Miguel and Robbie will join Miyagi-Do. As the chosen one said, Eagle Fang is cool, but it should go back to Miyagi-Do. Yeah, exactly. It's got to go back to the original formula where Cobra Kai is clearly the bad guys and Miyagi-Do is the good, you know? Like it's like Autobots versus Decepticons really. Um but I'll be right back. Thirsty. I'm gonna go get my water. Whew. Cobra Kai need to be bad guys at the end, and that's how it works. Yeah. Is your cat a boy or a girl? Oh, you're asking King. I think Cobra Kai will have 8 seasons. I hope that's not the case because this is well, not really. I would do just 6 seasons with spin-offs. I mean, trust the writers, man. Like they came out and said like if it feels like old and boring, they'll stop. or like they said, if people get tired of it, we'll stop. Like, I get what you're saying though. I don't want it in Walking Dead territory. I do trust the writers. I just don't want to burn itself over time because Cobra Kai is really special. Yeah, my cat's name is Max. Aw, what color is your cat? Mine's black and white, so I'm curious. Do you think Johnny will claim Cobra Kai by the end and redeem it by the end? I think Kreese will, because like I think Kreese will leave it to Johnny, and I think Johnny is just gonna hand it over to Robbie because like you can tell like because in season one Johnny didn't wanted nothing to do with karate anymore. Like when Miguel was asking him to train him, he said no. But like when but you notice right after he reunites with Daniel, that's when he reopens Cobra Kai and agrees to teach Miguel. So I'm not saying he was a bad teacher. He just didn't reopen it on like good intentions, really. Um, I guess like he reopened it to like take a jab at Daniel for a little bit, or just to turn his life around or whatever. But like I think if like you give it Robbie, because Robbie's got the nuance. He knows both styles. I think he would lead Cobra Kai in a positive direction as a sensei. Because like I think like when Robbie's like an adult, I think he'll be a nuanced sensei. Mine is brown, white with a tiny bit of black. Nice. What do you think about Robbie going to Okinawa to train with Chosen by then? I actually like that idea. Oh. Chosen and Robbie will bond, and when Robbie tells Chosen that he's irredeemable because he almost killed someone, Chosen replies, "So did I." Yet he was able to change for the better. Oh, wow. I actually like that. Where do you think Stinkray will be by the end of this series? Prison, sister's house, or maybe even college? He might try to get in the NFL. Who knows? Who knows at this point? I mean, Stingray's just a comedy character to me, and what's sad about it is he wasn't really funny at all this season. Like he was just there to be there. His neighbor was more funny than he was. So no matter how hard you try to clean up your life, you're still a loser, Stinkray. Stinkray should be a goalie for the best soccer team. Oh my gosh. I just imagine him being a goalie on the New England Revolution. Oh my gosh. Hi. Yeah, see, he was a funny character in season 2, but season 4, man, makes me want to cut off the beard. Doesn't deserve that. That's really funny. That's really funny. Ooh, here we go. You think I broke your heart? You broke mine too. That line still makes me want to vomit. What's your problem with Stank Raper? Stank Raper is pathetic and worthless, Tristan. I would love for him to become his own supervillain. I actually like this character in season 2, but now I just really don't like him. Not as much as some YouTuber dislikes Sam, but Stank Ray was just ruined for me. I know exactly what YouTuber you're talking about, and I will not mention his name. But let's just say he's been banned from the channel. Do you think that if by the end, if Johnny or Robbie wind up taking back control of Cobra Kai, that Sam will follow, or do you think that she'll remain in Miyagi-Do if Daniel's Jesus Christ? She's probably going to stay in Miyagi-Do. I would like to see her like just walk in the Cobra Kai dojo to see what it looks like and stuff, but not to train there. No. This weekend in UK, it's Easter, so I'd like to say Happy Easter across the pond from London. Well, thank you, Lisa. Happy early Easter. I don't know when it is for us, but I do know it's Good Friday for us. Sam's end game should be her making peace with Tori and look at her future. Yeah, exactly. Sam should also make peace with Robbie and possibly become friends again with him. Not as a couple, though, because, yeah, exactly. Still don't understand why people ship him with Sam. It makes no freaking sense. Like, I get it. Mary and Tanner have really good chemistry. I'm not denying that. There's clear evidence they have great chemistry, but doesn't mean you have to ship the characters. Jesus. Getting kind of annoyed with these what do you got? Sam Obby shippers or Sam Obby fangirls. I agree, and I believe that that's what season 5 will focus on in regards to Sam, Robbie, Tori. Sam and Robbie shippers have risen up a lot recently. Robbie just works so much better with Tori. Yeah, exactly. When they were together, nobody seemed to care about them, but now all of a sudden people want them together. Yeah, it makes no freaking sense, Tristan. I hope there's no stupid ass love triangle between Sam, Robbie, and Tori. That would be the stupidest ever, especially since season 5 will be about Miguel and Robbie, Sam, and Tori making up exactly. Besides, I think season 5 will probably have an Anthony, Leah, Kenny triangle instead. Yeah, exactly. So whatever happened to Stink Ray's girlfriend? Did she leave because of his stink? Probably. Anthony, Leah, and Kenny will be the new Miguel, Sam, and Robbie. Yeah. Yeah, probably, Tristan. I think the writers are past low drama at this point because there are better plot lines to focus on. The writers are smarter than that, a lot smarter. They're very talented. Yeah, like switching the couples again is like Charlotte trying to trade for Westbrook. Yeah, probably. Kyler could also possibly dream season 5, but probably in a more funny and comedic way. Yeah. Have to head out now. Thanks for a cool stream. Stink right now. Would you consider doing a video on each rivalry in the show with you saying whether they could be friends, remain enemies, or become allies with their rivalry remaining intact? Maybe in the future. I don't think he should, Tristan, but I mean, he doesn't have to be a good guy, but he can fight for the good guys. Um, just my opinion. So I feel like there's no redeeming qualities to Kyler. Yeah, wherever Kreese goes, he's going. Yeah, Kyler's not going to redeem. Yeah, I feel like Kyler's just going to be the same. He's just going to be the same stupid idiot he's always been. Yeah, exactly. He started off as a bully and he should stay that way. Kyler tries to sexually assault Sam again, but Sam is able to give him the beatdown that she almost gave him the cafeteria. Definitely possible. His Kreese's right hand man. Yep. Don't see it happening again. And I could see him doing it if he knows that Robbie and Miguel are out of town. Oh, you're not home? Don't worry. Who cares if he's his right hand man? He ain't redeeming. In my opinion, I just feel like he'll go with Kreese. I can see that, but I don't think he'll redeem. I can also see him staying with Silver because of his more evil ways and even more powerful moves. It depends on if Silver wants to keep him or not. Kreese. Kreese sees Kyler as an asset. Um, I think Silver will see Kyler. Or this ain't wrong. Kreese sees Kyler as an asset. Silver will see Kyler as a bum, probably. Possibly, but I feel like he will just go with Kreese for the hell of it. Whatever he does, he's not redeeming. Yeah. We're gonna get the Kingsland. I'm gonna redeem you. He's not redeeming. He should stay a villain slash bully. Agreed. Hope that Kreese only partially redeems because honestly, I can't see him as a full-on hero, but maybe an anti-hero instead. I agree, Melissa, 100%. How happy are you that Tori's going to redeem? Oh, I'm ecstatic, man. I've been saying this all freaking year that she wasn't going to be bad forever, and people didn't want to listen to me. You're a Peyton fanboy. Shut up. Like, I've been calling it all year long. Nobody wanted to listen to me. I had to deal with people like Adzilla saying, she's a shit character. She's a shit character. She's a shit character. I'm like, whoa, take it down a notch, killer. uh, no disrespect to Adzilla. That was really funny. What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Yeah, you can see her in the background. She'll look out the window. She's S character. Tori will redeem. Tori redeeming will be her best story arc. Yeah, I agree. Hey, Chloe, what are you doing? You stop that? Hey, look out the other window. I don't want her to knock down my stuff. She's done that before. Just relax. She purrs pretty loud too. I always hoped that Tori redeeming was going to happen. She had too much potential to remain a bully. Exactly. Deep down, Tori is a good kid. Exactly. I respect you for sticking to your opinion. Exactly. Thank you. Hi. She's a shit character. I mean, I say that about Piper now, so. She's a shit character. Couldn't agree more, Trishan. Miyagi-Do is for defense only. Without your defense, you have nothing. Then gets her ass kicked. On freaking real. Mm-hmm. You know, Tori does redeem DC. Sam and Tori becoming friends or just being allies? Probably just being allies. Yeah, they add Piper back, but not Aisha. That's so freaking weird. Because like, if you wanted another girl fighter in the tournament, you could have just brought back Aisha and throw her an Eagle Fang. Hey. Yeah, Piper learned the hard way not to trash talk Sam. Hey, what's your problem? What's your problem? Why are you grumpy cat? Awesome. Okay, let me get that. Hey. Hey. He's trying to bite my leg. I don't know why. Oh my gosh, she's doing it again. I told you no. Go over here. There you go. Sometimes she's a little brat. Oh my gosh. Yep, she's a little brat. Oh my gosh. Yes, that's the light. Yeah, I can't see Sam and Tori ever being friends, just allies, because unlike the other rivals on this show, I don't really see or they have anything in common that would make them friends. Good point. Oh, yeah. Yes, and on my pillow. She's just staring at the light with her eyes wide open. It's kind of funny. Yeah, they really don't have anything in common except for they dated the same guys. They're both into karate, and they're both unbelievably stubborn. What are you staring at? Yeah, no, she's one of a kind. Um, she can be sweet and affectionate sometimes, and then sometimes she's just a brat. If Daniel and Chosen can become friends, then Sam and Tori can. Yeah, see, that's a good point too. Hey now. You don't have to something in common to be friends. And I understand where Sam's coming from. Like, I understand her having trust issues with Tori because this girl attacked her twice. Um, so I can understand why she would have difficulty like being around Tori. um, and I think it's going to take a lot of work for them to be on the same page. She's a shit character. A shit character. A shit character. Johnny and Daniel had to have in common that they had hated Kreese to team up. I'm pretty sure Sam and Tori will need something in common to team up, or maybe not. Yeah, but there are there are few of variables to take into account. One, Daniel Chosen grew up on an entire world apart. Two, they hadn't seen each other in 34 years. Three, Chosen was already redeemed fully. Yeah, that's very good points, Melissa. She's laying down now, but she's still staring at the light with her eyes wide open. All right, people. It's 9 o'clock. I'm gonna where I am. So I'm gonna close off. Thank you, every everybody for watching the stream. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.